91. For any real number x, quantity x minus 3 to the fifth power minus quantity x minus 2 times quantity x minus 3 to the fourth power equals a negative 1, b quantity x minus 3 to the fourth power, c negative x minus 3 to the fourth power, d negative 5 times quantity x minus 3 to the fourth power, e 5 times quantity x minus 3 to the fourth power. Okay, this is our expression that we are going to simplify. So, x minus 3, we have common x minus 3 in minuend and subtrahend. But they have different exponents. So, x minus 3 to the fifth power can be factored as x minus 3 to the fourth power times x minus 3. Right? Since x minus 3 times x minus 3 to the fourth power is just equal to x minus 3 to the fifth power. Then, minus x minus 2 times x minus 3 to the fourth power. So, we have now common x minus 3 to the fourth power. So, we can factor this out. So, x minus 3 to the fourth power, factoring out that, so x minus 3 to the fourth power, then times x minus 3, this one, so multiply that, so x minus 3, and this, so minus x minus 2. Okay. Next, so that is equal, then next, x minus 3 to the fourth power minus 3 to the fourth, okay, to the fourth power times x so x minus 3 minus this one, so minus x, then minus 2 is plus 2. Next, this is equal to x minus 3 to the fourth power times x minus x is 0, then minus this one. So, x minus x is 0, then minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1, negative 1. So, this is negative 1. Next, so negative 1 times x minus 3 to the fourth power is just equal to equals, so negative 1 times x minus 3 to the fourth power, and this is equal to minus x, so equals, equal sign, so x minus 3 to the fourth power. So, negative 1 times x minus 3 to the fourth power is just equal to negative quantity x minus 3 to the fourth power. And this is our final answer, and it's letter C from our choices. So the correct answer is letter C. 92. Which of the following has the same value as I raised to the power of 62? A. I. B. Negative 1. C. 1. D. Negative I. E. Negative 31. So, what is I? I is an imaginary number and it is equivalent to square root of negative 1. So, I is equal to equivalent to square root of negative 1. If I is equal to the square root of negative 1, then I squared is equal to square root of is equal to the square root of negative 1 times the square root of negative 1, and this is also equal to negative 1. So I squared is equal to the square root of negative 1 times the square root of negative 1 and also equal to negative 1. Since square root of negative 1 times square root of negative 1 equals negative 1, right? It's the square of the square root of negative 1 and it's equal to negative 1. Then if I is equal to I squared is equal to negative 1, then I to the fourth, so I squared times I squared equals I to the fourth, and this is equal to negative 1 times negative 1, and negative 1 times negative 1 is equal to 1. Okay, so I to the fourth is equal to 1. Now let's go back to I to the power of 62. So I to the power of 62. So for I to the power of 62, okay, 62, this can be factored as I to the power of 60 times I to the power of 2. Now, 4 is a factor of 60, or 60 is divisible by 4. That's why we factored 62 as 60 and 2. I to the power of 60 times I to the power of 2. So since 4 is a factor of 60, then I to the power of 60 is equal to 1. Right? Since 60 is divisible by 4. So 4 is a factor of 60. Therefore, I to the power of 60 is also equal to 1. Then, I to the power of 2, or I squared, is equal to negative 1. It's there. So negative 1. I squared is equal to negative 1. Then, I to the power of 62 is, so insert equation. So I to the power of 62 then is equal to 1 times negative 1. Negative 1. And this is equal to negative 1. So I to the power of 62 is equal to negative 1. And it's letter B in the choices. So the correct answer in problem 92 is letter B.